questions on that video. I had some people text me, I had some people just comment down below the video, and they had a lot of great questions that I probably never thought of, and I was like, wow. So I am here and I'm going to answer some of those, and then I'm gonna add on to a little bit. I wanted to talk today about a lot of different things with adoption, because today at our church was adoption day, and one of the things that I have been dealing with, I guess, is trying to understand what happened and why it happened. That's kind of like, I am that person that needed to know what happened and why it happened, but we will never know, and I am working on being okay with that. So one of the questions was, you look Slovenian, and I've had so many people come up to me and say, are you from, I actually don't know the country though. I think it's, I don't know. I've seen it on Google Translate what it is, but a lot of people have asked me, am I Slovenian? Well, that is one thing I do not know. I was born in the continent of Asia, but in Russia. So there you go. Facts. But that's pretty much all I know, and even then, that was just where I was born. I don't know if my birth mom lived there or what. I don't really have a lot of details. Also, another question was, do you live with your birth parents or do you know them? So that is one thing that also is hard for me, as I know a lot of people who are adopted, but they have a relationship with their birth mom, dad, whatever. But in my case, I do not know my dad and I do not know my mom. I do have an older brother, but I do not know him as well. I don't know what happened to him. It's just a mystery. So answer that question. Also, another question that was very hard, and I thought about it a lot, was if you knew your birth parents, would you live with them or would you decide to live with the people who adopted you? So those are a really hard question. Not that I do not love that I love the people I live with right now, or the people I live with, not right now. I'm not in foster care, and we'll get to that little topic real quick. But I love the place I am now. I'm blessed, definitely, and I definitely wouldn't know Christ if I didn't come to this family. Also, that's one thing with foster care. I'll tell that story after I finish this question. If I knew my birth parents, I don't know how that would go. Like, first, just meeting them would be very hard, but like living with them, not so much. I don't think so. Okay, so foster. So there's a lot of things that have to do with foster care, and I was sitting by this little girl, because I work in the nursery at church, and so she's on respite, which is basically kind of like one family takes care of the foster, like they're in foster care, and that foster family, if they want to go on vacation, they have like a big like thing to go to or whatever, and they need someone to take care of them, they have a respite person, and that's basically like a babysitter a little bit. I have a lot of friends who do respite, like if they have to go out of the state, because that can get very legal with a lot of legal work with the foster child, so it's very complicated, but that's basically it. So this little girl, she's in respite, and I was very drawn to her because foster kids, I feel like there's different. Orphan is when you're still in the orphanage, and then fosters, you're just hopping to place to place to place, and then adopted is where you are stable until, like, unless something happens, which is very non-likely. Like, if you get adopted, then you're there forever, and that sounds a little bit awful, but adoption is beautiful. And so the girl is on respite, and so this family's taking care of her, and I really wanted to, like, because she is too, I wish she was older, because I wish I could say something to her. I have a very big heart for foster kids because I am adopted, and not saying that I love adopted kids, but like foster care, they have it's so difficult because what you believe in might not be what you believe in the next house. And it's just very confusing. Families are different, and you're not guaranteed a great family. It just depends. And so it's just very different, and I think that it's a very hard and sad situation, but God doesn't do anything that he doesn't think we can handle. So, yeah. I thank you guys so much for watching. Hope y'all like the answers. I don't know. But anyway, bye guys.